That's interesting.
Okay, so y'all can hear us, y'all just can't see us.
Yeah, that's it. Little technical difficulty. Who been messing with my stuff?
Nobody's been messing with your stuff. This computer hadn't even been down here.
That's interesting. That. This should be on.
We'll be here eventually, guys. I said, we'll be here eventually, guys.
Oh, they can hear us?
Yes, I said that. Good morning, Johnny, and good morning, D. It needs to come over a little. Oh, never mind. No.
Good morning, y'all.
Quiet is up.
There we go.
All right. Hey.
Tommy T with the rescue.
You can't create the problem it is, so you rescued it.
That's what our president did.
Yeah, well. Do you want to be like him?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Love Brew Podcast. I'm your host, Tommy T.
I am Artika.
And that's Artika, my beautiful wife.
Good morning, high vibe. And
thank you, D, for letting me know that.
Yeah.
Y'all can see me now.
Something wasn't plugged in.
Somebody been messing with my setup. That's what it was.
Okay.
I don't care what you say.
Okay.
What the thing say? A lie don't care who tell it.
That's what Danny's mama said. Never got to meet Danny's mama, but that's one thing I know she said.
Yeah, I don't care who tell it. Anyway, it's just hot in here, man. We're gonna have to cut the air on.
I'll cut it off. I just woke up.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little toasty. All week Lily has been gone, but she's been calling us like she misses.
My God.
Lily called me at work 4 times one day. And I was like, Lily, I love you.
Yesterday.
Good morning, Sharon.
Yesterday.
Good afternoon, Cher.
I said, hey, don't call me, I'll call you.
It's not you, it's me.
And this was like when we were about to get ready to leave to go get something to eat.
Yeah.
I was at work. I got off work, got in the car with Tommy. Tommy's driving. Lily doesn't call me back. She calls her dad. He's driving, so I answer because she's calling us. My mom got us and her a Facebook portal around this time that Lily was like 1, maybe.
Yeah.
And so that's how they video chat with each other every day, and it doesn't involve somebody handing their phone or tablet or something to a small kid. It's stationary. The camera moves and follows them around the room. Great.
Yeah.
So anybody that I had to lock ours down because Quad was just calling random people.
Yeah.
Like, he called a guy that I dated back in high school. And I was like, wait a minute here. Like, there's no hard feelings in between me and him. Obviously, we're Facebook friends. But, Quad, stop calling random people you don't know.
This piece right here is just doing whatever it wants to.
I see that.
I'm trying to tuck it in, but I keep looking at it.
But she really, like, when we were driving, I answered Tommy's phone. She said, I didn't call you. I called Dad. I said, well, he can't pick up the phone right now. He's driving.
Good morning,
My
Miss VH.
I can't see my chat.
Oh, you can't?
I guess if I scroll down, I can see.
You got the eyes of me today. There we go. Tucked in, ready to go.
All right.
Yeah, she hadn't given us a chance to miss her yet.
Because she keep calling.
And the thing about it, when she calls, she like calls and then walks away.
Mm-hmm. Or yesterday, sidebar, we found this chat GPT called Monday. And Tommy and I have been having fun talking to Monday.
Man, we gonna have a blast. Monday gonna set up our this podcast.
Well, we can't Monday. You can't blame Monday for that.
Oh no, that was somebody. That wasn't on Monday. That was somebody else.
Tommy had done a chat with Monday and handed me his phone to read through it. And Lily was getting her hair done, and she kept yelling at me to look at her. And I was like, "Baby, I know what you look like. I'm trying to read.
I made you.
I am trying to read."
Thinking about making people. This is random. I just thought about this just now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's crazy to realize like the genetics of things.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how people like this sounds crazy, but just two people getting together making a baby, and they come out and make that baby.
They come out and make that baby. You know what's wild? Is that we always joke about how much Quad looks like me.
Yeah.
But so Lily being back with my mom right now, I asked my mom to take Lily to go visit my dad because my dad had been in the hospital and he's out of the hospital now. And I was just like, it'll do him some good to see his oldest grandchild.
Yeah.
And was only granddaughter at that. I was like, it'll do him some good to go see her. So I asked my mom to take her. My mom took her, and my mom took a picture of Lily next to my dad. And I was like, oh, my God, that is Quad's whole face as an old man. I am looking at 65, 60. How old is my dad? 66-year-old Quad in the face. And it's crazy, too, because I actually can see my dad turning into my granddad in the face.
Yeah.
And so it's like I've literally at this point now via photos have seen every iteration of this face. And I didn't realize how much I look like my dad until I had Quad. And people talk about how much Quad looks like me. And I'm like, dude, he looks just like my daddy.
Yeah.
Because I've always grown up, and I still do believe I look just like my maternal grandmother.
Yeah.
But like Quad,
he looked like your
he
daddy.
took everything from them but they green eyes.
Well, hopefully he gets their height and our athletic ability.
It would be nice. Granddaddy wouldn't. I don't think Granddaddy pursued sports.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a thing.
Yeah.
When in the 40s.
Yeah. Nah.
And my dad did play basketball for a little bit for my high school, even though he didn't end up graduating from that high school. He transferred back. He did play basketball for a little bit from there, which I didn't find out until one of the assistant principals, who was he was one of the like first year principals there when the school opened. He found out who my dad was. He brought me a yearbook and was like, "Your daddy used to play ball." And I was like, "Not my daddy." That has never been his identity.
That's always how people describe that's what the first thing they said about my daddy was like, man, he was fast. He was great at football. I was like, what else did he do?
That's interesting because my dad and my uncle both played for my high school. And with the exception of him like seeking out an old yearbook, nobody ever mentioned sports in my daddy. Right. And my dad has all the height to where you would think people would push him into sports. Yeah. But I don't think that would have been a thing that my grandmother would have done, nor my grandfather. So it makes sense that my dad didn't like go all in on sports.
What is crazy with them, what I'm talking about Lily and Quad, sports helped me out so much. It balanced me in a way that I was able to succeed in other areas because I wasn't the greatest football player, right? Like I was nowhere near as good as my dad was, you know, or in track I wasn't anywhere close to as fast as he was. Like I wasn't even running the same events, right? So
speaking of track, did you ever call to find out what Jordan ran?
I didn't. I'm a call him or text him today, but it showed me how far I can push myself and what I don't want to be like what hard work looks like and the payoff for it, because it's like me running summer track, me actually, like, I started playing football in the 8th grade where everybody else has played since they was 5. And so I wore glasses so I couldn't see. I wasn't wearing contacts when I first started, so I couldn't see. Only thing I had going for me, I could run for a very long time at top speed, right? Because I ran the 400. So I was like, okay, I can run. I just got to run with stuff on now, you know. But I didn't know. Like,
that slows you down, huh?
A little bit, just a tad. But I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest. You know, couldn't see. I sat on the bench. They just say run forward. All right, I can do that. You know, but I took time to like
You
actually
ain't look nobody in the eye.
Oh yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying? You could.
No, like only thing. I'm glad it was colors and we had different colors on, because I would have hit like us.
At what age did you realize that you couldn't see?
Oh, this is probably 2nd grade.
Okay.
I started wearing glasses, man, and the thing I hate about wearing glasses, or hated, was that we couldn't afford like stylish glasses. So I always had the big glasses, and they were thick too.
I do know that if our kids ever start wearing glasses as youth, you gonna make sure their glasses not thick.
Right.
Like, you gonna go out of your way.
I think it's my job to do that, because it's things that like I had to go through that I like. Y'all can skip this part.
That's just like when Lily got her hearing aid, the lady was trying to get me to get the cochlear implant, and I was like, absolutely not.
We don't want her the like no.
No, I'm not.
Let's just you know, but no, like, because it wasn't traumatizing, but if I can have them avoid certain things, because the thing was, we was on what is it called, the state insurance,
10-care.
We was on 10-care, and so it wasn't a like you get the basic stuff, you get what you need, and the glasses wasn't, they was metal, and you know, big. It's not plastic and stylish like it is now.
That makes me wonder. We need to text Trina, see if she still got any glasses.
Cause she's supposed to wear glasses too.
Remember, you took her to go get glasses.
I sure did.
2 pair.
Yep. You know her mama's supposed to wear glasses too.
Yes, I do.
Anyway.
The kids got good eyesight. It's from me.
Right. They damn sure ain't get it from me.
Because my mama's eyes didn't start failing her until her 40s.
Man, but I think about that that aspect of things, and like, yeah, like, if I can make things avoidable for them, I'm going to. But anyway, so I couldn't see when I was playing football, but I knew I had to work on all these things. Like, I learned to jump rope. I would do cone drills at home. I would work on my speed. I would work on like learning the holes and stuff like that. Until it got to a point to where they had to respect how hard I work. You know, because my senior year, I was calling the plays on defense. Hated defense. Calling the plays on defense, and just really running the team. I was one of the captains.
While you're talking, I was just sitting over here thinking about how involved you're going to be should Lily decide. Like, Lily's about to start playing softball this summer.
Yeah, I think it's just straight up.
Or baseball. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ball. Ball with bases. And Tommy has already been outside, like, practicing with her. And I was like, yeah, that is just not something that would be on her mama's to-do list.
Yeah. But
I'd be like, sign up. They going to teach them.
it honestly stems from not having the support that I wanted. You know, from when I started playing sports. And yeah, I think it's important to be involved like that. He came down here and didn't say 2 words.
I don't know what he's trying to say either.
I don't either.
Say it again. Artika, you should be the dugout mom. Is that what you do?
What's a dugout?
I don't know.
See, I don't know much about baseball.
Let me just say, count on me for Gatorade or something like that.
Look, I'll be YouTube and stuff and everything. Like, how you teach a kid to catch?
Is this not strange?
But yeah, so
that is how he came out. Like, y'all started without me. Let me mess with my mic first. Give my mama a kiss.
yeah, I got one too, buddy.
Thank you. You tell everybody hi? No? Okay.
No, I'm not doing that. No, but
You tell them bye?
you probably thinking, where you going?
Okay. He's not very talkative in the
No,
morning. He's definitely my child.
Yeah. He definitely your child. When he be sleeping, he be frowning.
Okay.
Cause both of y'all be
It
frowning.
be stuff going on in our dreams.
That's hilarious. But yeah, man, like Lily's funny. She hadn't missed us, and Quad been
But
like
she has missed us.
she
That's
has-
the problem. We haven't missed her.
we haven't missed her because she calls us and just want. One day I fell asleep on her.
Ooh, that was the night that she called me. I was upstairs and Tammy was downstairs on the couch. I answered and I said, "Hey, I'm going to bed." And she was like, "But I just want to talk to Dad." I said, "Call your daddy and don't call me back if he don't answer you." That was the night everybody went to sleep on her because even my mom fell asleep on the couch while she was talking to me. And she was like, "Grandma's over there asleep." And I said, "Okay, well, leave Grandma alone. Leave me alone, too."
Yeah.
You can see if your daddy want to talk. Otherwise, you need to go to bed. She said, "I'm not going to bed until Grandma tells me I have to." I'm like,
Right.
"Well, you need to go."
You need to get off the phone with me.
Okay, quiet.
Random. I thought about this the other day. I wrote the question down too. That's the good part. Love hate dadisms.
What?
What are your love hate dadisms? The quirks that dads do that you love or that you hate.
I don't want to say I hate it, but one thing that my dad does is when he getting off the phone, he be like, "And bye."
Do it?
Yes. And then when he calls like late and he just has a question,
Yeah.
he'll be like, "I won't be before you long."
Do he really?
Yes. Yeah, I won't be before you long. He'll say what he needs to say, and then he gets right out of the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
my dad does not have small talk by any means.
And bye.
He called, he asks his question, he says whatever was on his mind, and then he moves on.
Man, I asked that because, Father's Day is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't have, my dad is not here.
Crystal said he's been doing the and bye for years.
Oh, that is hilarious. I've never heard that, obviously. I ain't never just been on the phone with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Go get it.
what do you want?
Juice. Yeah, that way. I had my leg up. He said, "How do I get out of there?"
But, I just been thinking about my dad and the things that he did, and the one thing that I loved about my dad was to see him get excited about something, because he wasn't a very expressive person.
Your daddy sound like me.
Yeah, he does. But you can definitely tell when he get excited about something because he'll start. He'll smile, but he ain't like showing his teeth, and so he'll start smiling and he'll get to talking a little bit more.
Okay, go throw it in the trash.
But that was one of the things I loved about my dad. My granddad loved to see us together. Like you catch him sometimes when the family is all together. You catch him sitting around. He'd just be sitting there smiling, or he'll come out of nowhere. Like my granddad truly was like a quiet man, but he'll come out of nowhere.
Your granddaddy was the absolute sweetest.
Yeah.
Like, but he also was very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Like when he had a conversation, everybody had to hush because you couldn't hear him if you didn't.
Yeah. He took me fishing once. The first time he took me fishing, I didn't know he was saying worms.
Like lily and oil.
Yeah.
And horse.
Yeah. I was like, what are you saying? Like, I was probably like 7 or 8. And I did not know what he was saying, man. But in the chat, man, y'all tell us some of your quirks, your dadisms that you love or that you hate. because I would love to hear about him. And being that it's Father's Day tomorrow, it's Father's Day weekend. I always want to celebrate dad. So, that was one big thing for me, you know. And then now it's like I am dad.
You are.
And I'm curious to see their dad voice. 'Cause everybody got one, you know.
Yeah.
Have you heard Lily's dad voice?
It's funny. Me and Asia talk about. That's my sister. We talk about my dad. He be like Tika, and she be like, "No, not Asia." And I'm like, that is exactly how he says both of our names. But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that my dad does that I'm just like inherently like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But like, it's just funny because my sister and I, more so than my brother, talk about my dad all the time, joking.
Yeah.
Because like he really does like like that. I won't be before you long. It's
That's
just
hilarious,
I be like,
man.
are we at church?
Said I won't be before you long.
Or he'll find clever ways to say, I'm getting off the phone.
Yeah.
But he
that's
definitely
hilarious.
got an outro for himself to get off the
That is
phone.
freaking funny, man.
And he might start with the outro to
Yeah.
let you know this is not gonna be a long conversation.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Look, I'm just asking this question. I just got to shoot this layup, and then I'm out." No, man, that's funny. I Father's Day this year gonna be a little sad for me, man. Yeah, but it'll be all good though. I had something right there, but I can't remember what it was, so I'm gonna move right along. What you want to talk about first?
Oh, one thing I want to go back to is how do y'all handle people that don't know the lyrics to songs? Because Tommy was in the bathroom yesterday, I guess giving himself a lineup, and he was just rapping every
No,
lyric
I
he could find
knew the lyrics to those.
No, you did
Yes,
not.
I-
You
yes,
was
I
giving
did.
wrong, loud and wrong.
No, absolutely not, man. I was like, I was on concert.
He thought he was.
I knew all the words.
Okay.
I was slowing down and everything. Like I was like, I know these words.
Yep. Okay.
It was Outkast. Shout out to Outkast, man. Andre 3000 been popping up everywhere doing flute concerts and
Me paying attention to your wrong lyrics started in the car with Cameo. And then it continued.
No.
With Outkast
So the
yesterday.
Cameo part, okay.
That was loud and wrong.
Okay. All right. Go on and tell them what I used to say.
I'm gonna let you tell your
Nope,
story.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna do it.
Don't worry about it then.
Now that's okay. I got that.
Mhm.
That part was funny. But Outkast, man, I know them words.
Okay. So you think.
Anyway,
Yep.
speaking of music and everybody, you know, what's his name? Silento. This dude got charged 30 years for killing a cousin.
His cousin.
That's crazy. And he would
Guess they whipping
what
that
is
night
whip
money.
and then, yeah, like I'm like, bruh, like
All I can hear is Silento.
right. I'm like, man,
And see Trinity dancing.
right. You have had an opportunity to like come out with another. That's what what's his name? Cupid.
So there was a lot of artists of that kind of genre that only made one song and then it kind of went away. Like the Swag Surfing guys,
Yeah.
they just celebrated like 20
like
years
20 years of that song.
of that song, and it's just like they was asking them what's next. I'm like, what's next should have happened 18 years ago.
Right.
If something was gonna happen, like it's not very often that you can become like Soulja Boy with multiple songs of that. But he just kept basically making the same song over and over again.
Indeed.
He was cranking everything.
Except Kiss Me Through the Phone. Kiss Me Through the Phone.
But that
solid.
wasn't that really Bow Wow song?
Nah.
It was
Soulja
Soulja song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, loud and wrong and the words don't make sense.
Just gaga goo.
Yeah, he said gaga goo instead of just like I do on Candy. And I
Candy-
was like,
Candy is my jam, man.
it's so funny because we were driving and I was like, say it again. Run the song back so I can hear where you was wrong at. Because I want to make sure that I heard what you heard.
Yeah, man. I was definitely wrong on that one, buddy.
Or I heard what you said. But yeah, I saw that. I don't know what it was over. I think it was over drugs.
I have no clue what he had killed him over. But I don't think there should be any reason you kill a person, let alone a family member.
Nook off of The Shy.
Yeah.
He got a don't kill a family member rule.
Didn't he kill his unalive his family member on the show?
I don't know.
He ain't on the show no more.
He's gone.
Anyway.
But I don't think it was Nook that did it.
Oh, I don't know who did it. But
that so many people just go away, never to be heard from again.
Except Trick.
Trick?
Trick. That's his name. Anyway, man. I don't know where to go from here because it's a couple things we can talk about. You remember what is her name? Ananda Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away.
I saw that. Ananda Lewis went through. We saw Glorilla last night. Those lyrics I will never learn. Just yell out, "Yeah, Glow!"
Right.
Every song it'll fit somewhere. You just gotta like change the beat of it. But I really like Glow. So look, that's just point blank.
And money has made her pretty.
I saw something the other day that said this is the most talented family ever, and it had Bow Wow,
I saw
Lil
that too.
Mama,
I saw
Glorilla,
that.
and Wendy Raquel Robinson. And I was like, how Wendy get in it? But
she done fixed the teeth and everything. Anyway.
yep, on God, gang. You got a couple of ad libs you could just throw out all the time and they'll work. What was I saying though?
Ananda Lewis.
Oh, back in the day when MTV was doing like the Wanna Be a VJ contest.
Yeah.
Ananda Lewis was a person that made me feel like I could be like an on-camera personality.
Yeah.
Because the black personalities, of course, were few and far between.
Yeah.
And Ananda was not a person that was out there screaming at the camera, all over hype and animated like they try to make you feel like you have to be to have that type of like hosting gig. But also, Ananda, I don't remember what year she got diagnosed with breast cancer, but she caught it a little later than she should have because she said that she was refusing mammograms, which puts me in the mindset of Paul Pierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was refusing mammograms though because she said it was for her mental health, I guess, because I think other people in her family had passed away from breast cancer. Then she decided to start doing research to figure out how to stop the breast cancer from growing.
Yeah.
She was able to successfully stop it from growing for a while, and she didn't want the radiation from mammograms. She didn't want to do traditional medicine, or she didn't want it to like go through chemo or radiation or any of those things. So she was trying to heal herself, and then eventually it just became stage 4, and she was gone.
Yeah.
But I will say that she did a lot of advocacy work on healing yourself naturally. She was talking about like changing her diet, not eating meat, going back to eating some meats, but not all meats. Like she talked about that really in depth on social media during the time that she let everybody know about her diagnosis. And it's just one of those things that it's like, if she hadn't told you that she had breast cancer, you would have never known. Because I don't think we ever really saw her come out on camera sick or anything like that. Like she still was out here looking, presenting a fully healthy person. So it's like it lets you know that you never know what what the battle a person is fighting. And hers just happens to be cancer, but I know she has a son. I think he's like 11 or 12.
Oh yeah.
So prayers to her family. And
I just like understanding the effects of breast cancer because of my mom. Um, I didn't agree with like it's of course it's her life with her choice and everything like that. But I'm like they have the medicine to help. Use that. You know, talk to your doctors and everything like that. And she was like, what did she say? She wished she had took a different route, or she would have taken a different route with everything.
Oh, I didn't know that. Her son graduated from middle school the day that she passed away. Which I'm sorry, I have to have humor in this moment with the Carlos Miller joke. Black people don't die, they pass.
Yeah, yeah, they pass.
And High Vibe said, I'm sad and confused about her decision to not seek treatment, fight to live for your child. I would have thought that too, because like he's literally about to go into high school, go into the next stage of his life. And it's one of those things where like trying to seek help from cancer doctors like oncologists and working through this could have given her more years with him.
Right.
Like you never know when a person is going to pass away from something like cancer. However, you also have to be proactive and
that's the thing.
check on
it's
things.
Like check
and then seek treatment.
Put your head in the sand like it's not there. You know, and I wish I'd like Bear Street need to pay me, man. You hear me? But I wish like more people would like, because I think it's what you putting in your body.
A lot of it is,
and
a lot of the reason that people think that certain illnesses are genetics is not necessarily that they're, or not, I shouldn't say genetics, hereditary.
Yeah,
is because we consume the same types of food as our families consume. So a lot of it is in your diet. And that's not to say that that's what happened with her.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The first time I found out I had cancer, I would be like, all right, so what is our treatment plan? How quickly can we get in to get this done with? I'm going to start calling my cousins that wear wigs and be like, help me find a good wig.
Yeah.
I'd probably just not wear a wig, though, once my hair started falling. I just don't cut it off.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It was just, it's one of those things where I know we got to go sometime, but if you can prevent it from, like, taking you away from your child, probably in the years that they're going to need you the most, do that.
Yeah, I just, it's hard to hear when you know that, hey, if you do everything that you can possibly do to be here, the chances of you being here is much greater than what you did. It's easy to say you shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, I just kind of like everybody knows who she was, and then learning more about her now, it's really sad. So, speaking of something sad,
here you go.
Right, you see how I'm transitioning through.
Oh, let me read this before you transition. I chose to have them both replaced. No chemo, no radiation. Tamoxifen pills for 5 years. That was in 2011. My mom, mother-in-law, and now sister had it too.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like I liken it to thyroid disorder. That's something that like impacts my family. And my mom decided that she was not going to have hers surgically removed. She decided to have some radiation to get it to stop growing, and then she takes thyroid hormone replacement on a daily basis. And because my mom has been very vocal about her thyroid issues, because everybody else in my family was just like, get it cut out, move on with your life. Because my mom was very vocal with me about her thyroid issues, it's made me now, I've been asking the doctors to check it since I was in my 20s, but that's part of my annual visit, and my doctor does like a full, like not just a regular thyroid scan, he does like a thyroid specific, like check on my blood, just to make sure everything is functioning properly, because I got a large family history of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once you get beyond 3 people, you be like, it's a lot of us.
Yeah.
Doctors advised Ananda to have a double mastectomy when she was first diagnosed. Who was that on Married to Medicine? Dr. Contessa. She got hers removed, like without a diagnosis. A lot of people can't afford to do things like
Yeah.
that, but she got her double mastectomy because she was like, I carry the gene. Let me just go on and
Yeah.
cut this out while I'm healthy and get a new set in the process.
So she cut it out and then got some fake ones.
She got some implants.
Oh, okay. That works.
I really think Ananda was dealing with some mental health issues. Very likely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Swipe off. Put some new ones on. That's I remember when my aunt I talked to her about when she went through breast cancer the first time because she's had it twice as well.
Yeah.
She was like, people were asking her how my uncle was gonna feel about her getting a mastectomy, and she was like, he ain't gonna know how to feel if I'm dead.
Right.
I was like, you got a point there. And I was like, I can't believe people really act stuff like that. But then after I had kids, I realized people ask crazy things. Like somebody asked me, how did my mom feel about having grandkids? I was like, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't really care. This is when I was pregnant with Lily.
Yeah.
I was like, the baby's coming.
Yeah, right.
It
You
is
know
what
Don't
it
matter
is
how
what
she
it
feel.
is. It is what it is.
Man, but yeah, thinking of sad.
Okay.
A Florida sheriff of I think it's Broward
Broward County.
Um,
That's crazy because I've been talking to people from that sheriff's office
Have
this
you?
week.
like I saw the video. I shared it to a friend. I was like, bro, like we living in a time that's like super.
Oh, I
super
don't know what
crazy."
happened.
So they did today's supposed to be they supposed to have a big parade in DC for the
47.
president's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And so he claims it's not for his birthday, but
Very convenient.
yeah.
Convenient
and
time.
then people are protesting it for what is it called? No King's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And so the sheriff, he was like, "You will go to jail if we catch you looting. You will be put in jail if we catch you something else." But then he was like, "If you hit us, you will go to the hospital, and then you will go to jail." He said, "If you shoot anything at us, we will be calling your family to tell them where your body is." And then he was like, "We will kill you."
I personally would be like, I'm not even gonna be out in the streets in this area. Kind of liken it to, you know how if you don't have plans to go to a football game, you don't go near the stadium
Yeah.
on game
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. Right.
That's
definitely-
exactly
it's
my thought
definitely like that.
process.
I'm in my head because I looked at the protests for the ICE raids and how they've gotten this out of control and how people be like, it's not what is being depicted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about what this man is saying and everything like that. I was like, protesting, I don't feel like it gets a lot done, but it definitely draws attention, and it allows people with no voice to have a voice. But there's other steps that you have to take.
In 2025, I think that just marching and chanting doesn't actually change a lot of things.
Right.
I think you also have to change behaviors.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do to protest No King's Day.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm not watching it. I'm not going to it. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to be out of the area. I did see something where people were going and booking up hotels and then canceling them last minute.
Yeah.
So that people wouldn't have anywhere to stay.
Right. Like,
and I was like,
I
I would be the one to forget.
We all know what it is, but it's like it's like, man,
I done got charged for a night.
Right. It's like, man, you think about what the sheriff department, what the police officer's job is, or
Mm-hmm.
what they're supposed to be, and I think about the kids, because I think about my cousin
Mm-hmm.
when he was a police officer,
Mm-hmm.
and the way I would introduce him to, where I introduced him to Kamara was, that's your cousin. He's a superhero,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or the way because she's a kid, or children shouldn't be afraid of police officers.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hear police officers saying these things, that just puts fear in the child.
Mm-hmm.
That puts it because you're trying to make a grown person afraid of what's going on.
Telling people you will die is truly police state, but there are people who won't be scared by that. Yeah, there's
Right.
a lot of people who won't be scared by it.
Right, and it is a lot of people that will be, and that's the issue.
What?
Is blue tire?
I don't know where blue is. Go look for it.
No.
Okay.
And that's the problem. It's like, man, we shouldn't be afraid of the police. The police are there to help us.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, something happens. Nobody wants to call the police because the situation then escalates
Mm-hmm.
more than it should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially in our community.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want the police roaming around here, but it's like, bruh, like if dumb stuff going on, we need somebody that's gonna be here to regulate it
Mm-hmm.
legally.
Mm-hmm.
But in too many instances, we've seen where things go wrong.
Yep.
Terribly wrong.
That's true.
So it's like for a person in charge, right? A person in charge. Let me move this. A person in charge says things like that. It's
You
like, man, you
wanna
can't
do
do
it.
that. And why would I want you to do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I heard that and I just shook my head. I was like, man.
She said marching shows others how many people feel like you about Trump. Yeah, I get that. But as far as I don't want you to have a parade, so I'm going to get out here and march so you don't have a parade, I'd be like, Lord, it's in the rain.
You know what I be
A
thinking.
torrential downpour.
I be like, man, you gotta do what you gotta do to get this dude out of here.
The rain is gone.
That's what make
Okay.
everybody be like, man, go out and vote.
Yeah, but then we also had a group of don't want to vote for
I
neither one
ain't
of
even
them.
gonna lie to you. I'm laughing at the folks, the little
Why you see
Latinos for
Nana?
Trump and all this stuff. It was one couple bought one of them watches,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it didn't have a T on it. I was like, man, y'all got bamboozled.
I didn't even know these watches were a thing until people was talking about they spent $700-800 on this watch and
Yep.
it was defective, and I
Yep.
was like, what watch? I'll clearly be out of the news cycle.
I be looking at it, man, because I'm just like, now what's going on? Anyway, moving right along, man. Antonio Brown has gotten, he's wanted for attempted murder charge.
I don't know anything about this.
So, do you remember a few months ago, Antonio Brown got into a fight at a boxing match? Like, he was getting beat up.
No, I don't remember that.
So apparently, let's see. Reading this from NBC News, the warrant signed by Judge Wednesday and provided the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office lists the charges as attempted second-degree murder with a $10,000 bond. The Miami Police Department confirmed Friday that Brown has not yet surrendered.
So he got charged from that fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
The charge stems from a May 16th, I guess it was a few weeks ago, outside of an amateur boxing event in the Little Haiti neighborhood of Miami, where videos circulating online appeared to show Brown in a melee where gunshots could be heard. According to the warrant for Brown's arrest, approached the lieutenant with reports of hearing gunshots outside. Multiple witnesses identified Brown as the shooter. The warrant states who was patted down and detained. Brown was 36, was not armed at the time.
So somebody in his group
Possibly.
took the gun.
Possibly. But it's like, man, you seeing the downfall
Get
of
the
Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, like,
It's been a sharp decline too.
Yeah, like first off, this is the first time I ever seen anybody walk off a professional field in the middle of a game because you mad for whatever reason. I think it was because the coach yelled at him or, talked to him sideways or something like that. But for whatever reason it is, there's a way for you to say, hey, sir, I don't want you to talk to me like that. And you have to respect me a little bit better than that.
Like Kelly Rowland, I don't remember where she was. It was somewhere in Europe. And a photographer was yelling at her. She was like, you do not talk to me like that.
Right, exactly. Like, it's okay to tell people that. You like, bro, don't talk to me like that. Man, D, he was getting beat up. Like 3 against 1 is not a fair fight. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely what happened. And I don't know if he was.
Quad really be doing whatever he want to do on Saturday mornings because I'd be like, okay, just get out my lap.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know why he was in a situation to where somebody feels like they should put their hands on him. But just looking at his situation, like he owned a what was it, arena football team. And somehow got in trouble with that. Like, they wouldn't even let him in the building one time. And I think that was just a misunderstanding type of thing.
It seemed like Antonio Brown is having a lot of misunderstandings.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder why so many.
Yeah. So it's
it kind of feel like Tamar Braxton. Everybody ain't against you,
right? It can't be, man. It got to be your decision making at some point, right? But you looking at him and you're like, bro, just hang around better people. You hit it, like, the thing about it. You have the funds to be around better people. Sometimes people can't get in those rooms, but you can, because you can afford it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how he's doing now, because if I was Antonio Brown, football would have been the thing I would have focused on. I don't care if I'd have been trying to get back on somebody's team, like T.O. T.O. was 50 trying to play football.
But that's also money and ego.
Yeah.
Because we look at, like, the guy that you was talking about last week that was like, my arm messed up. Why would I take their money?
Yeah, I don't understand.
You get the opposite side of it.
I would have took that money. I would have sat down. But then again, you talk to a person that don't make the money that he makes.
You are absolutely correct.
But yeah, man, I just I be seeing things about Antonio Brown, and I'm just like, a generational talent that can't get out its own way. He won't go down as a great in football because he didn't have enough seasons being a great football player. It
is one of those things though where people have to start looking at their actions and how they ended up in the position that they're in.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, there's a reason. Like, this isn't circumstantial. You didn't have to have a gun at this event and pull it out on somebody. And if you making enemies like that, you probably just should have stayed at home.
You need to rethink something.
You got a bunch of kids.
You shouldn't have enemies like that.
That you should be thinking about.
Yeah.
Not like, if you don't want to do it for yourself,
do it for them.
Do it for these kids and not be in jail.
I ain't gonna do it.
Clearly.
Hey, did you watch the BET Awards?
Nope.
Did you watch anything from the BET Awards?
Yes.
What did you watch?
I did not see Jamie's tribute, but I saw Jamie's speech.
Yeah.
I saw Glorilla with business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, your butt out.
I saw that whole. Well, no, I didn't see the full performance with Keisha Cole. I saw the first half of the performance, which was, I think, Let Her Cook. I'm trying to think of what else. I saw Bow Wow's Fresh as a Is.
Yeah.
And they was like, he said he don't know why Sierra didn't want to perform with him. Sierra should have thumped you between the eyes.
Why?
Like, he was out here going around talking about, I hit it first.
Huh?
Why are you saying that about Sierra, a married woman?
When did he say that?
It was on something.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of what else that I see. I said I was going to go back and pursue these performances because everybody was like it was a good time. I haven't tuned into an award show. I don't even want to say the BET Awards. I haven't tuned into an award show in a long time.
Man, I didn't watch it live, but I went back and watched all the performances. And one of the reasons why I don't watch award shows anymore because they're boring.
It's not even just that they're boring. I'm auntie. I don't know these people.
Like, like for me, it's like I know them and know the music and can sing along and everything like that, but it's boring.
This time around, though, apparently it was like a celebration of like how many years they've been doing this award show.
Yeah.
25
years.
And then they were doing like the throwback to like the height of 106 in Park and all of that stuff. So I get it. Like, it was more aimed towards our demographic this time around, but nobody shot me the press release to let me know that I should tune in, so I didn't.
But it's I forgot about it. I didn't know it was.
No, I saw online. In the group, Marco always does an award show thread.
Yeah.
I saw I think he said he forgot to do one this time around. And people was like, don't worry, we still watching. I was like, auntie, it's not.
No, I checked it out, man, because a lot of people was talking about it. And then I seen the 106 in Park thing, and I was like, man, it's crazy that I remember 106 in Park.
Why is that crazy?
No, I'm just saying, it's like that it's a show long gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What's that show? What's that music video show that used to come on BET and it was late, like Soul something?
Let me see. BET shows wiki. List of programs by BET.
Nah, it was like Soul Tonight or Soul Vibe or something like that. And
you said it had the word soul in it?
I think so. It was like a music. They showed music videos. They wouldn't show all of it, so I'd be mad.
Video Soul?
Video Soul, that's it.
They went from 81 to 96.
Yeah. I was like, I remember that. 106 Park, Rap City. What's the thing with Cedar?
Cedar's World?
Yeah.
Cedar really was like
the one with Donnie Simpson. Yes.
AI character.
Right. What else was it? It was something else too.
It's so interesting. Like, this kind of ties back into talking about Ananda Lewis earlier. There was an era of BET and MTV programming that made you want to do certain things in life, right? Yeah. Like, you had Spring Bling, and then you had MTV Spring Break.
Yeah.
You had 106 in Park, and then you had TRL. People wanted to like get jobs as hosts. People wanted to go on spring break with these people, be in the audience at 106 in Park and do all these random things.
Yeah.
And it's like nowadays
all of that is gone.
They got reality TV shows. Not everybody wants to be Jocelyn Hernandez or one of the Real Housewives.
But that goes into the idea that we do watch. We like reality TV, but we've gotten to a point to where there's no stop sign. Everything is all gas. Like, because what we're more interested in is the fights. Who's arguing with, like, me? Who's arguing with who? And stuff like that. Not like, what's that show you watch, Married in Huntsville?
Love and Married to Huntsville.
Yeah. Like,
I think that show is going to take a turn, though. this coming season
Yeah.
because the person that everybody was arguing with left the show.
But the thing that I thought was beautiful about it in the first place was you got this small town or small city, who you're seeing a bunch of black folks, families that are working together to build something, which was they was in like real estate industry, and then you start paying attention to it. They just arguing and fussing and fighting with each other, trying to get people to, and it works. That's the formula.
Yeah,
it works, and
loved it at first. Yeah,
right. It's like now you're seeing it's just falling in line with the rest of them, and I get it from their standpoint. Like this is how they getting paid.
One of the bigger issues though is that we keep having the same producers.
Yeah,
go from show to show, because the guy that produces Love and Marriage Huntsville used to be a producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Used to be a producer on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So it's just finding a new angle at how we got this group of people together. Because that's all it is. It's just like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Married to Medicine is just a counter angle of that.
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy that I'm about to say this, but it's like being able to go on YouTube and I can look for lighting situation, right? Like, how do I light my videos? And there can be 100 videos of lighting of like how to light yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to choose one of them. But it's 100 videos that they literally say the same thing. It's just who's saying it.
And I always look for the black person.
Most of the time. Like, who's the first black person to say? Because the thing about it is, it's like we're going to my bus analogy, right? When you get on a bus full of different people, the first thing you're going to look for is somebody that look like you.
I'm sorry. The only thing that I heard when you said buses was girls. I was like, buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming.
Yeah. But it's you know that whole play on, like it's all a formula. It's a rinse and repeat type of thing.
It is, and honestly and truly, I think that that's why a lot of these shows are having to get these big revamps. It's because they've run the drama into the ground with the current cast, and they got to find a way to like make these people play nice with each other.
Yeah. Like I think about Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer worked because we were seeing things that we didn't normally see. Jerry Springer does not work in today's time because that's just normal.
That is getting on the internet.
Yeah. That's what you see every day. But during the time that he had his run, we don't see stuff like that every day. We're interested in it now.
Yeah.
And so that's what reality TV has turned into. But now we're like, is this really reality? Because it was one I used to watch Love and Hip Hop with You, or one of them shows I used to like, we sit down and watch it together. And what turned me off is I don't understand the fact that if I have a problem with you, or I don't mess with you no more, or you said something to me sideways, there is no way in hell that I'm finna go out and be in a situation with you and talk to you like we ain't got this problem over here. Now I'm gonna address the problem, and if we can move forward from there, we can move forward. But if we can't, I'm not.
Go get her wipe. Go
you
get
know
wipes.
what I'm saying?
Wipes. Go get wipes.
So if I have a problem with you and we can't fix the problem, I'm not finna be in the same vicinity as you. I ain't finna go back and forth with you. These are grown people. These people are older than me.
I get it.
So it's like, man, to me that's not reality.
I'm not going to a party or on a trip with you.
Right. Like that's the thing. Why am I gonna go out the country with you or a party with you and we got beef?
Because we're contractually obligated to
exactly.
do so.
I don't want to be contractually obligated. Like I don't want to be in a situation where I feel like we're gonna fight, we're gonna argue, and that's manipulation at its finest.
The issue that I be having is that these people don't really be telling these people how they really feel.
Yeah.
And I be like, I would probably have no friends by the end of the season.
Yeah.
But like, and you, why you over there laughing?
Like the thing that really rubbed me the wrong way, that I don't know how they what they said about it to her was the situation with Portia and that other girl when she married her husband, her ex-husband. I was like,
well, they got engaged while the girl was still married.
I'm sitting up here, wasn't they friends?
Go get some wipes.
I'm like, wasn't they friends? And then why are you like?
Speaking of that case, they got divorced officially like this week, right?
Yeah.
And the court ordered him to pay her alimony and pay for the house for 3 years. And at that point, she could either refinance the house into her name only, or what was the other option? Or they could sell the house and split the proceeds. This man has been deported. How do you enforce that?
You can't.
I would take my money. I am officially divorced.
I'm out of here.
I'm already gone. I'm already out of here.
I'm not going to pay you anything.
I just literally need to get my money out of the U.S. accounts.
Yeah.
Go throw it in the trash.
I don't find that being too hard.
No, I don't think so. I need to get my money out of the U.S. accounts. And once I get my money out of the U.S. accounts, I'll holler.
Like, I don't understand how you don't have a problem with that.
Oh, I don't either. It doesn't make sense. And I think that's one of the bigger issues with these TV shows is nobody wants to address the glaring issue. Yeah. But we be having side conversations about, I can't believe you wore the same shoes as me. I'm not saying that that's happened. I'm just petty stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. But no, man, it's crazy where TV has gone from because, music videos don't even come on TV no more. That's how we got to TV. But music videos don't come on TV no more. And it's a part of radio doesn't make sense to listen to radio in my book.
I listen to the radio. There's a new station in Atlanta that plays all the auntie hits. I be on it, be in the car singing my heart out.
That's funny.
Like when I'm by myself.
Yeah, but it's like, man, I feel like an old head now because the world, like we're seeing the world change, and I like it, but I wish certain things were different. It's crazy that the NBA finals are on, and I'm not interested in it. At all. Like the only interest
I didn't realize the finals was still the finals are on.
Yeah.
I know about the playoffs, obviously, and it don't feel like that was just like a couple of weeks ago that we was talking about the playoffs. But
it's like the Celtics got put out, and I'm just like, yeah, man, not truly that interested in it, man. But it shows to the thing of the small markets. These are two small market teams. Like, because if the Lakers was in it, we'd be watching and talking about it. That's a large market. Boston is a small market, but the team, if the Knicks made it to the NBA Finals, large market, it'll be something else.
Our morals at an all-time low. It's a lot of paper chasing. Do anything for
it's an easy way to make money today. We're finding different ways to take care of our families. And stuff like that. So I don't blame people or stuff like that. It's just like,
is he getting you dressed?
I don't know. It's just like, man, you can't put trash out and say it's sweet milk.
That's true.
And that's the thing that I feel like we're consuming. It's just anything. Like, that's one of the reasons why I be like, all right, does this look good? Does this sound good? Can you see me clearly? I think it's quality, man, because you want to put out a quality product. Because that's what you want to receive in the on the back end of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you quality because I want quality.
I get it.
So, I'm trying to think.
Did you have anything else? I didn't even look at your notes.
I know you didn't, man.
I never pulled it.
It'd be so tough when you don't put anything in there.
I'm sorry.
I be like, all right, what would Artika want to talk about? I even looked at your Google News. That'd be like for you.
No.
It's like what comes up in her stuff.
Ow, what?
But no.
What did you get out of mine?
Nothing. Like
I'm saying
absolutely
I know
nothing.
it wasn't anything good, but like it was nothing in there. At
The
all.
only thing that was in there was the portion thing, and I stumbled upon that. And because that's how I knew about it. It's like I'm looking at your Google thing. I'm like, none of this stuff is.
This is an invasion of my privacy.
Right, I have. It is. But
Speaking of, we need to text to Lisa.
yeah, be like, what's your
So
let's
if y'all
check your
ever
Google
want
history.
to just see what people are doing that's weird, text your friends randomly and be like, send me a screenshot of your Google history. Cause it'd be funny. You can say, don't hate the player, hate the game, but people imitate what they see. Last night I saw so much flesh hanging out of clothes. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
And then people get a lot of backlash for saying anything. So you just be like letting stuff go unsaid because you don't want to argue about something that's trivial to your life.
Right. Something that you truly don't care about.
Like, girl, you look bad, but does it really impact me?
Girl, you
No.
look good. Want you back that? Oh, it's Black Music Month. Tiny Desk series. They had A. Marie.
I didn't watch it.
They had
E40.
Wiz Khalifa was the big one. CeCe Winans.
Thank you.
She got one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna check that out. I don't know none of her songs. And I thought she was a group with BB.
She was, but she also is a solo artist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's Black Music Month. Also, man, Father's Day is tomorrow. I must say that again. And I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Because of the Dad Exchange. Finally. The Dad Exchange is coming. It's a podcast I've been working on for about a year now. And I got a few episodes that's ready. And we're going to release it this week. So be on the lookout for that. It's really exciting for me just because it's always something I wanted to do was be able to talk to dads about just being a dad, just fatherhood in itself, and just hearing the different stories and the different experiences. Man, it's amazing to me to like be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. So y'all be on the lookout for that. It's coming soon. I got a video for I Can Build That coming out this week. So we're working.
Or something.
We're doing something. So I mean, I'm truly super excited about the Dad Exchange though, because that's truly like, and I hope Crystal is still listening, but mother's milk. Y'all had a few episodes of that, and I enjoyed that.
My social media fun for this week has been talking to Monday. So if you use ChatGPT for anything and want more sarcastic approach to things, still great results, but more sarcasm. Do the Explore GPTs and use Monday. She's a good time.
Yeah.
My friend has been having Monday help her text the guy that she's talking to. To keep from being passive aggressive. She is help Tommy tell his family not so sternly send your money because y'all getting on my nerves. Not sending y'all money. Thank you.
You told him to go get some
I told him to go
pajamas.
get some pants. I was just trying to get him to go somewhere.
But yeah, so look out for that. It's Saturday, guys. That's pretty much all I got, man. But it's Saturday, guys. Y'all get out there, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the weekend. We love you guys for hanging out with us this morning.
Quart, tell everybody bye.
But Quad tripping.
He said
man.
bye.
But yeah, man. So y'all go out and enjoy y'all weekend, man. It's a lot of fun to be had over the weekend, and you know, rock with us this week because we got some stuff coming. So that being said, we out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
I want to see you.
Okay.